What is going on, everybody? Brickbuilder here, and welcome to a brand new iCraft SMP video. And today, guys, welcome to Minecraft 1.13. If you guys are enjoying, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe and tap that bell so you never miss a daily gaming video. But let's get right on into it. So 1.13 has released, and the iCraft SMP server has updated to 1.13. I'm so pumped because there are so many cool features in 1.13 that I'm very excited to show off in today's video. First off being, there's cooked cod now. It's just regular fish, but they changed it. Now it's cod and it's cooked and it's really cool and I love it. So we have that now. In addition to that, as you can see here, we got a bunch of stuff in our inventory, but these tools now, you can see they have a blue name when you hold them. See, blue name. But also the attack speed and damage is green, so you can easily see it. Pretty cool in my opinion, just a small little change, but I like it a lot. I do think it actually makes the game a lot more aesthetically pleasing. Oh my gosh, bro. This creeper. Now I gotta fix this part. Oh my gosh. I'll fix that and we'll come back. So one of the features they've added in 1.13 is kelp. Pretty cool. But as you can see over here in the water, this is how you get it. We're gonna go ahead and you go down, and then you can go all the way down, and then you hit it. Now there's some new swimming mechanics that you can see me using right now to get around. If you look in F5 mode, I'm actually swimming. If you press Control, you go into like this swimming mode as opposed to the like old swimming mode. It's pretty interesting, and I definitely rate the new system. I like it a lot. I think it's actually really cool overall, and lets you do a lot of really awesome things. Like, it's just so much cooler for swimming in general to have that. It's more realistic. So kudos on Mojang for adding that. Now what you do is once you get this dried kelp, you actually can eat dried kelp. You can also make dried kelp blocks, which look a little something like this. I'm not entirely sure what these are going to be used for as far as my buildings go, but they could definitely work for like sewers or swamp style builds, I can see, and probably some other things as well that I'm just not aware of. So I will definitely be using these at some point in my Minecraft experience for building. Next, you can already see these blocks I have in my inventory. These are called stripped logs, and these are actually really cool blocks. I actually really like these. Now there is a jungle wood one. I just don't happen to have any jungle wood in my base currently, but I can always get some at some other point if I want those strip logs. But how do you get strip logs? So you place down the log and you just click it with an axe. Boom. Pretty simple. And of course it works like a regular log, so you can turn it on its side or whatever. These are really cool and I like them. They're definitely going to be used a lot by me because they are a very awesome block that I absolutely love, and I'm so glad to see they added it. We've also got a new full-sided log. As you can see here, the log is full-sided as opposed to this where you have a face, like a, a face or a head of log. This one you do not. It's pretty interesting, and I do like those as well. And you can turn them right into planks as well. Although remember, if you do this, you do lose one of the logs. So you have to remember that. We also have prismarine structures here. These were shown off in the 1.13 UHC because I was a part of the first 1.13 UHC ever in like Minecraft history basically, which is pretty cool, and you guys can find that by going to the playlist page on my channel after this video if you want to watch that. I do strongly recommend it. It was a highly entertaining UHC. So you see we got slabs and we got stairs. And for the record, I don't know all these features. There's probably gonna be features in 1.13 that I missed in today's video just because I didn't actually read anything on this update. Everything that I'm going off of here is like prior knowledge or from YouTubers tweeting about it or Minecraft YouTubers videos, etc. But yes, 1.13 is the thing we have, and I'm psyched, okay? I do need to know what you guys want to see from the series though so far. Like, what sort of builds should I do at this point? What do you want to see me do for the rest of the season of iCraft? Because we have a long time left on this world. So I need to know how you guys want me to fill some of that time. Okay, do we really not have space for any of this stuff? We don't have space for like anything. Well, let's get the wood and all thrown back in the proper spot. And in the meantime, here as we do that, we can just kind of walk and talk. So yes, I need you guys to put ideas for things you want to see me do in the series down in the comment section down below. Please go ahead and do it. Leave me some suggestions. And if you guys see a suggestion down there you like, go ahead and like the comment, so that way I know more people like the suggestion, obviously. That would definitely help me out a ton, and I would appreciate it. But now, what we're going to do for a little bit here is we're going to work on our little seaside mansion. Interesting, weird build over here for a bit. Just kind of see what we can get done with it for a little bit here, because we have not done a lot of work on this thing, and it's quite the odd build, so I don't really know how it's going to end up. But what I do know is there's a creeper back here, and I don't like that. Let's hope this creeper doesn't blow up too. There we go, got it. Okay, I know what I want to use as the floor, so let me go get it. And it's a good thing we have 1.13 now, because I was sort of waiting for this, because I really couldn't do the floor I wanted to do until I had it. And honestly, I put it back in the chest. I should probably just go get the block. Give me these. Okay, because we are going to use the stripped birch log, because it makes this really, really, like, nice, neutral color kind of thing to use. And it looks really, really good. Okay, so right here, this is where we go with the logs. The thing is, it is going to take a bit to actually place out the actual floor here, just because we need them all to be facing, you know, the right direction and such, so that way when I, you know, strip them of their wood or whatever, of the bark, it'll work perfectly. But yeah, so that is some things that are in 1.13. There's also turtles, which I'm not entirely sure how we're going to be getting. There's also, they're shipwrecks now, which are very cool. And it's like a new like dungeon type thing with tons of loot. There's these new zombies that hold tridents that you can kill to get a trident, which in the 1.13 UHC that I was a part of, everybody had tridents. So if you want to see how trident PvP actually like works out against other players, I would definitely suggest checking out that UHC. It was very, very fun, and I had a blast partaking in it. So yeah, there's that. But I would definitely say tridents are actually a really cool addition, because I myself am majorly into PvP. I mean, if you couldn't tell by my hundreds of Minecraft PvP videos, I am definitely like a huge PvP buff, and I really like that playstyle to have in Minecraft. Like, I like, you know, mini games and being able to compete against other people and fighting and such. That's something that I do like quite a bit. So I always love whenever they update the system, even if sometimes they do things like 1.9 that some of the community doesn't like. I mean, I've made videos in the past on my opinion on 1.9, but I think overall it's cool that we're getting new changes, to say the least, and I hope we continue to get new additions and new changes with the combat system that are just cool, like unique features and stuff, because I think they're really fun to play around with. And the trident is a really, really cool weapon, especially with like the texture of it and such. It just looks so good in my opinion. Okay, question, does this use durability? 157, 136. I don't know how I got 57, but whatever, it does use durability. Okay, good thing to know. So I might want to make like a crappy axe just to use to like, you know, do this instead of wasting my good one. I mean, thankfully we do have a little thing known as mending on all of our tools, so it shouldn't be like a huge problem. But, you know, just in case, it's better to be safe than sorry. They also added a ton of new command block stuff in this update. Not that I know a lot about command blocks, but they did add a ton of awesome new command block stuff from what I know from other like people who use command blocks in the community. And it seems like a lot of people are excited for those. So I'm not entirely sure what they changed there. All I know is I support it, and like basically that's the gist of it. Is anytime they add new things that people can make new things with, I am down, you know what I mean? Like, anything that can enhance the creative avenue, go for it, in my opinion. That's the way I look at it. Like, they, like, you know, just add it. So, yeah, there's that. And the new commands, they have done some things that do sort of screw up some regular survival commands, like you can't do game mode 0 anymore, or game mode 1, etc. Like, it actually has to be, I think, creative survival or something along those lines. I'm not entirely sure, but all I know is they modified some commands. So if you're someone who's not the best at commands, you might want to read up on some of the changes that were made, because they did make some relatively large changes in the command block aspect of the game, and supposedly they help with optimization and such, so I can't really complain about it. Also, my frames are doing okay. They're not the best right now in this version of 1.13. I don't have Optifine, so that is probably part of the dilemma. I will be getting Optifine as soon as a version of it releases, and that will hopefully solve all the issues I'm having. I feel like it will, because that usually is what happens. So that is definitely something to keep note of. Now also, if you're going to play in 1.13, yes, this is the full version of the game, but you have to make sure you keep your worlds safe. So before you run your worlds in 1.13 for the first time, I would strongly suggest backing them up, so if something happens with corruptions or whatever, you will not lose everything in your world. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And if you have any questions about 1.13, leave them down below, as well as if you have any ideas for my iCraft series. But I'll see you guys in another episode. Thank you so much for watching.